Good afternoon, good evening, everybody. It's in a weird spot between afternoon and evening right now, so I'll forgive myself for starting with afternoon. But it is 6 p.m. Central Time, 7 p.m. Eastern, and that means Tuesday Night Lights is back for another week. It's the second episode of this series. Had a phenomenal start last week with some SEL versus Great Lakes action, and it was a really fun night. I enjoyed the first edition of Tuesday Night Lights, but now it's time to get bigger and better. We got Summer Series qualifier rematches. We got actual Summer Series teams playing tonight. We got Kennesaw State back on the docket. That was a popular team the last time they played on Monday Night Lights. We got a packed night. 4 best-of-7 show matches this evening, and it's gonna be fun. I'm by myself for the first two, so you're stuck with just me manning the ship for our first 2 best-of-7s, but Kev Dog and Sleeper 56 we popping in a little bit later on tonight. But first, I'll pop the schedule up there, which I just realized is not updated, so give me just 1 second to click around my files and put the Tuesday Night Lights schedule up. There we go. 7 p.m. Eastern Time. First up on the docket tonight is Florida International, and I know there are a lot of you in chat that already knew that. I am hyped to see the FIU fans already vigilant and ready to watch their team take on Mount Aloysius. Not Aloysius, Mount Aloysius. Zeckers and the gang will be returning for another Night Lights appearance. Last we saw them, they played Montevallo. It went to Game 7, and I think the final score of that Game 7 was like 8-6. Mount Aloysius came up just short in that one. So, but a redemption for them tonight against FIU in more ways than just the Game 7 loss in the last Night Lights appearance that they had. As in the Summer Series qualifier, I forget which one it was, if it was number 1 or number 2. Let me confirm that. Open qualifier number 1. They played the FIU varsity roster in, it was like a round 3 lower bracket match, I believe. And they lost. They got swept in a best of 3. So 2-0. Games were fairly close. And FIU varsity won there. And then Mount Aloysius in the next qualifier played FIU's B team in a very similar spot, and they won that one in 3 games. So interesting that FIU and Mount Aloysius have matched up very recently with the Mounties getting both sides of the FIU Rocket League coin. I'm excited, and thank you for the posture check in chat. We'll sit up for you. I got the suit jacket on tonight. I got my Beyond Ranked shirt. If there's anyone in chat that knows what Beyond Ranked is, then I will give you some kind of reward. That would be impressive. Somber might know. I see Somber's in chat. I don't remember if you were casting with that Beyond Ranked and Indie Gaming League crew, Somber, but it's an OG defunct org, and I think I decided today that I'm gonna start collecting defunct org and just community things. Because I got a Beyond Ranked shirt, I've got a version 1 shirt that's very defunct. Trying to think what else I might have in terms of esports. I don't know. I think that's something I'm gonna start collecting, but no, Beyond Ranked is an old casting platform, but if you're plat, then I think about half the Rocket League community is beyond your ranked, so that might be the case for you, Hyperion. Also, you're saying that you taught Zernite everything that he knows, and you're plat. I don't know how much I believe you. Like, you're starting to contradict yourself a little bit. What's up, Joe? Yeah, Mount Aloysius is here. But I to the rest of the schedule, I got kind of distracted in the middle of talking about this first matchup. But here's the rest of the docket. East Tennessee University is playing George Mason at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. That one should be a banger. A couple of teams that looked good in my Final Form sponsored Monday Night Lights tournaments. George Mason made it to a grand finals, lost to Siena Heights, I believe. I'll have to check up on that. I don't remember off the top of my head. But then, Bruton Parker, a team that absolutely won one of my Final Form sponsored Monday Night Lights tournaments, as they took down Siena Heights, I know, in a grand finals. Playing Shawnee State, another Summer Series team. And Bruton Parker's playing with a bit of a different roster, as they will be Antics, Manny, and Milk going into the fall semester. But tonight, it's going to be Kyler, Manny, and Sino as the trio. But the Barons have such a deep program, I am not worried about their chances against the Shawnee State Bears. And then Kennesaw State and Clemson are going to round out the night for us. A matchup just across the border, South Carolina versus Georgia. I'm eager to watch Clemson take the pitch. I've not watched them since the CCS, I think, Season 3 playoffs. And I mean, we saw Kennesaw State a couple of weeks ago on Monday Night Lights, and they beat Kentucky, I believe, in Game 6 of a best-of-7. So they're looking to keep their undefeated Night Lights appearance streak going. We'll see how they do. I see TJ's in chat as well. Joe Bros saying Mount Aloysius is D1 Yappers. All right, more FIU fans to be expected. And your boy Q's in chat. When did we start letting celebrities into the Bepic Twitch chat? How you doing, Q? Thanks for popping in. Yeah, Clemson is good. I think you take KSU in that one. Ooh, I think I have the opposite, Sombra. I think KSU is good, but I think I would back Clemson. Sorry, we got a requested map change. I was gonna start on Sovereign Heights tonight. It's funny, I never use Sovereign Heights in my Night Lights map rotation, but I decided to tonight, and apparently that is not good for frames for some people. So we're going back to the classic Utopia Coliseum Dusk for series number 1 tonight. All right, what else we got in Twitch chat? Somber's tanking someone's 3's elo. Fair enough. TJ's got Clemson. I'm with you right there. No, it's the old roster. It's Mesau, Canovo, and Wheezy, TJ. I've been doing well, Q. Thanks for asking. You too, my man. I see you all over the place. Payne, is it hard being a solo commentator? That is a good question. I think it depends, honestly. I started in solo commentary. What I like the Beyond Rank thing I was talking about. I started because I was involved with the Indie Gaming League a long time ago, and that was a solo casting venture on my stream. Like this is basically what I used to do when I was first starting out with casting. So I've been trained in the solo casting fire, and so I think I'm all right with it. But it can be difficult if you're used to casting with a partner. But I have fun with it. I don't know, KevDog, if you are watching, Zekers has already asked where his goat Kev is. He's sad about that. But all right, I'm gonna let him know to join up so we get this night of Tuesday Rocket League underway. Second episode of the new fall semester. Let's make it a good one. Mount Aloysius in blue, Florida International in orange, and oh dear, Zernite. I apologize. Oh no, he was following me, and I told him to join. And all right, that's on me. Zernite was following me on Twitch, and he was not ready for me telling everybody to start the match. So Mount Aloysius is going to start off with a goal, and I'll consider that a donation from Florida International. I got the Zernite follow, but they conceded the opening goal. Fair enough. Hyperion taken, thank you for the follow, or for the subscription, as well as the follow earlier. Much appreciated. And FIU's got it right back. So there you go. That's a subscription buff right there. Most of you probably don't know this, but if you do subscribe to the channel, your team will score a goal on stream. If they're playing on stream, obviously if they're not playing on stream, they'll be a little bit difficult. I'm sure they'll score a goal at some point though. But that's the buff right there. 1-1. Mount Aloysius kind of giving that one back a little bit. I think it was either Zekers or Rupus that had a poor touch out to the side, and FAU was kind of all over it. But now I think we're settled in. 45 seconds into game one, and we're going back and forth, fighting for some possession here. This is in a bit of a tough spot. Has to stop ball down the sideline. Does well. Even gets the ball past a couple of orange cars right there. Zekers, though, really beaten by no grab. Guys into the back walls, testing Tevos's goal line presence. And FIU, so far, look the cleaner of the two teams, which I think is to be expected. I knew coming into this that Mount Aloysius, I think, are the underdogs in this best of 7. They have the experience. At least Zekers does. I think it was still... I know Zekers and Rupus do. I think Civ was their third in the pair of Summer Series qualifiers that they played. But the fact they've got experience against FIU, I'm hoping helps them along here. But at the moment, the sluggish start, and Zernite is nearly taking the lead for FIU in game one here. They have all the pressure at the moment. They still have yet to find that second goal. The Mounties are holding on for dear life at the moment. Need a clear, need a substantial clear. They've gotten the ball over the midfield line a couple of times, but that is finally the clear they were looking for. No grab. Made a meal of that play on the goal line. It wasn't easy to stop that ball, but got it out to the side just enough so that their teammate could move in and help them out. Panthers, another clear. Setting up possession once again in the Mounties end. Tevos is awkward, and that is easy for Zernite to place the ball around the final goal line defender of Mount Aloysius. And again, it's just an awkward ball into the infield that FIU is able to take from Mount Aloysius and turn into a goal. It's going to be a bit more careful the Mounties do at the moment when it comes to their goal line plays. When they're getting the ball out to the corners, out to the sidewalls, they're doing fine. But when the rock is leaking out mid, they are being put in tough spots. Still, only got a goal though. Benefit of the Zernite follow goal that the Mounties found earlier. This is awkward though. 2 players having to hop for that, and low boost Tevos. Haven't played that ball lightly out to the side. Panthers controlling things heavily. But to the credit of Mount Aloysius, they have been surviving. This will be tough though. No grab has room. He's gotten through Rupus and a couple of resets in hand, but on the goal line. Get the ball at the side where Kaizen was waiting with outstretched arms. That is an easy steal on the side wall, and well, at least it wasn't a leaked clear out mid Florida International scored off the back of. But Mounties not home on the goal line there. Florida International heads up Rocket League. Prepared for that eventuality. Don't be prepared for this. Rupus has a light carry to the orange end. We'll see what the Mounties can build off the back of this. Build was actually an open net that Zekers couldn't get around on. Missed opportunity there for Mount Aloysius. Zernite tried to punish them for it. That was on target, but Tevos save as Zekers did right there. Rupus, no follow-up, and so Zernite can try again. He goes back wall now, looking for the double. The ball hangs on the goal line and is kept out. No grab will try on the rebound opportunity and sets up Kaizen. Florida International on a tear at the moment. 4 straight goals after giving up the first one. That was a heater. Top right. Oh, good call, Somber. I appreciate that. It's always when I'm ready early that something's wrong. Here we go. Tuesday Night Lights. This is not a high school showcase. And I suppose neither team has university or college in their name on the overlay, so if you are not a very astute viewer, I don't blame you for thinking it might still be the high school showcase. Sommer's on it. Thank you very much. I like that touch. Tevos out mid. Didn't have a teammate there, unfortunately, though. But Mount Aloysius is going to have to try a little bit more in offense, as they were stuffed in game 1. FIU was suffocating from front to back in this one. 78% field domination. That's a number that'll have to come down. I think if Mount Aloysius is going to get themselves back in this best of 7, but it is the benefit. A longer series. Something you always got to bring up. We're playing in this format. FIU, keep it together. There were times in the CCS season, which albeit is the little bit of familiarity I have with FIU. They won their conference, but they did drop a random series to Louisiana Tech in the middle of this season. So they aren't immune to dropping unexpected games, unexpected series. So here, one game, good start. Very good start, actually. 14 shots to 2. Yeah, that's Florida International looking pretty dominant early on here. And that first goal from Mount Aloysius as well came in the first 10 seconds of the game. So they need some improvement going into game 2. We'll see what they get as FIU. If they can keep control of the ball like they had all throughout that first 5 minutes, then it is smooth sailing for the Panthers tonight. But it's T-Boss. All right, I appreciate that. I realized I didn't ask Zekers for pronunciation, but it's T-Boss outside looking in as Zekers makes some magic happen. And again, the Mounties find themselves a goal in the first 10 or so seconds of a game. Will lead early on. What a touch out of Zekers to put that ball mid for Rupus. And all right, maybe that is the improvement that Mount Aloysius needed. Give Zekers some space to do with it, but now that he is alone in defense, being chased down, I suppose he's still doing just as well on the goal line. Brilliant save, and FIU will stay down a goal for the moment. Nearly making it to Zernites. Used his noggin, put the ball at the side there, but that was nothing if not precarious. Mounties, I don't know what has changed between game 1 and 2, but they've come out here with some sort of ferocity that we did not see to open things up. But that is a miss and an open net. And ferocity can only get you so far. Got to make proper defensive touches as well. Tough read for Rufus. No grab is there on the cleanup. Easy does it. FIU negates the good start for the Mounties. And this is kind of following the same scoring pattern game 1 did. Mount Aloysius get their first goal in the first 10 seconds or so. And FIU just don't look back. Keep on moving ahead. Score not too long later, and look to add to it now. So kind of control Zekers has off the back wall. Guys didn't realize he didn't have much, so counts there as the first man. T-Boss and Rufus able to combine for a pass out. That's a short-lived offensive possession, as now FIU again have themselves a chance. The back wall is exposed for the Mounties. But a nice goal line defense. Got the ball away momentarily. Shot here from Nograv. Goes high, and Zernite forced to wait. Zekers was on the scene before him, though. His patience nearly pays off. This kind of was found in the infield. FIU having a bit tougher time capitalizing on their opportunities this game than the previous. It's not just shot after shot after shot here. Mount Aloysius is doing a decent job of getting clears in the mix as well, not just saves, though that was anything but. Rufus, I think, was trying to double that ball off the corner, keep it in the corner. Instead, he missed the read. Give FIU possession that they're trying to turn into a go-ahead goal, and we're not able to do so in any instance right there. T-Boss, about to put a ball mid. No grab. Precarious on his near post. Pinches it out. Scaring me thinking he's going to pinch it in right there. Oh, but here we go. That's always a dangerous spot. Mount Aloysius trying to go infield with it. I dig that. T-Boss giving Zekers some room, but no boost. Just gonna hit it hard to the back wall, but it might work out here. Rupus dumps the ball mid. Zekers had no boost, so T-Boss had to play that ball at the corner. Mount Aloysius, sorry. Trying to gain control now, but Kai's a player behind the ball. He is stopped. Goal line, Zekers finds his third save of the game. No grab, looking mid. Kaizen's there. The shot, a little bit light, and it baits Rupus and Zekers both out, putting Zernite in an awkward spot. He misses, but gets back off the back wall for a brilliant save. Coming up, clutches Zernite. That save sets up Kaizen for a go-ahead goal. A minute 20 left, and FIU have been trying to find that goal for so long, and it finally comes by way of a big dunk in the midfield. Rufus, flip reset just to carry. And works no grab's favor. Now he could play that ball up high, or a low boost. Zekers did fairly well with the resources he had, but couldn't control the ball, and so FIU's given more space in offense, and it's Mount Aloysius at the moment that need time spent on the offensive side of the ball, but they really do not have anything in the tank. T-Boss out to the side. Have that ball intercepted by Kaizen, who takes a 50 with Zekers. Unsuccessful in winning it, and passes it out to the side. Zekers found Rupus, but his chip shot is blocked on the goal line. FIU, good defense. And now into more offensive time wasting. 30 seconds now, but Zekers, opportunity. Gets credited with a shot and possession for his team, but grab save. We'll keep the FIU lead intact for now. Now or never for the Mounties in game 2. 20 seconds here in regulation. T-Boss just kind of tapped that ball over towards Zernite, who will miss the double off the sidewall, but that forced Mount Aloysius to hold back a second. And if they saw the miss, they bet on nobody else being there for FIU. That is an easy goal for no grab. And FIU had to work for it in game 2. It was not as smooth as our first 5-minute game was, but Panthers found the game win at the end of the day, though. There's still time. Rufus missed the ball, unfortunately. Could have given Mount Aloysius maybe a last gasp at taking game 2, but no such luck for the Mounties. 3-1 is the final for FIU to take a 2-0 series lead. And again, similar shot count for the Panthers at the very least. 12 in this one, putting up good numbers while holding the Mounties to, 7 is very much improved from game 1, but still not quite at the same level of possession. And Zekers, I don't know if you all caught that, made 6 saves, just beating out Zernite for the highest save count in the lobby. 6 for Zekers, 5 for Zernite. The two captains putting up numbers, both around the 650 point mark, and that's what it feels like right now. If the Mounties are going to get going here against a so far more complete FIU team, they need Zekers to lead the charge. He has at times. There he is again, making his presence known. As I am sure that Zernite was eager to put that ball in the back of the net. Get it to go, though. Mounties starting to set something up. Rufus and Zekers a little tangled up. Made that possession a little bit longer. FIU, though, given a gap, and they take it. No grab. Second touch. Gets the ball mid. T-Voss. 50 with FIU, and the Mounties off the back of that find a way out. Zekers and Rufus moving up together, and Rufus, the full boost tank, centers that for T-Voss. I don't know how much T-Voss knew about it. Kaizen now goes back wall, but Zekers is there. So Zernite pushed backwards along with no grab. They'll let no grab try and take control, but Rufus takes it away and almost in a brilliant play into an opening goal for Mount Aloysius. Eisen mid, setting up no grab for a finisher to give FIU their first opening goal of this best of 7. That was a clean touch. It's simple but effective. Use your momentum on the back wall to pop that ball mid, and there you go. As long as you got a teammate there, it's more than likely a goal. As long as that near side defender doesn't have inhumane reactions. And now again, FIU in a great spot to find another. Kaizen making it 2-0. And after the Mounties looked so good in game 2, making it close. Struggling a bit right now. Florida International continuing to look the part of the favorites. Zekers. That's a clean beat. Okay. What a touch there off the sidewall. Kind of pre-flipped into that. And that was enough to get through no grab. Good goal to get the Mountains back within 1. And I see your hydrate, Leighton. Also, how you doing? Thanks for tuning in. I'm glad you got to catch a TNL. And here, I'll make sure you can hear the sip on stream. I know it's been a complaint in the past, people redeeming the hydrate. Here you go. Hopefully that wasn't too ASMR-ish. Oh, E-Boss almost found one back. Mount Aloysius really doing well of controlling the midfield line at the moment. What can they do with it? Zekers is going to try and dish it, and that dish sets up T-Boss for a finish that has us level. It's, at times, looking like FIU is going to find a way to just completely run away with things, but Mount Aloysius finding ways to stay competitive. I think so far FIU really has looked the more complete of the two teams. More consistent as well. As you don't see those big mistakes out of the Panthers that so far we have seen a lot of out of the Mounties. Just those back wall misreads, back wall misses, whiffs in the defensive zone, offensive zone, whatever it might be. FIU have been the more consistent team at avoiding those. But we are tied right now at the halfway point. T-Boss take a lead for Mount Aloysius, but Zernite is not interested. We'll get down the pitch, bump Zekers, give Kaizen some room here. Fortunately for Kaizen, that touch only finds the ball's way into Mount Aloysius' hands. That was a dangerous counter-attack that didn't quite meet the mark. So Zernite will try to get down the same sideline. A little bit of deja vu here for FIU. Deja vu will continue as Mount Aloysius is given more possession out of that FIU counterattack, though the Panthers putting together one of their own. Ball off the corner of the Mounties' net. Mount Aloysius dodging a bullet right there, but FIU's not done. Kaizen plugging that ball center. More opportunities for the Panthers. Nograf couldn't commit there. There were 2 blue cars in the area on the goal line. He'll try and set something up. Gets the ball mid. Kaizen cuts the ball back. Gets 2 to jump for Mount Aloysius. This is a full boost. FIU, as far as full boost in the offensive zone gets at the very least. Plenty on the Panthers side. This is a big opportunity for them to take their lead back. With 60 seconds left, we're pretty much in silver gold territory. But the Mounties looking to survive that last bout. Still have to get back here. Zernite, big dunk. Just shy of being on frame again. Rupus, no boost, no problem. Finds Zekers down the pitch, and his touch flings off the back wall. Rupus will now set up T-Boss for some possession. Beat the first challenger of FIU, but that ball falls into No Grab's hands. He'll carry, looking to carry the length of the pitch, goes off the ceiling. It's contested by Zekers, however. Keep going back and forth now. Zernite's even been beaten. Yes, he has! Over Zernite's head. Zekers finds a way to put Mount Aloysius up front. 26 seconds to go, and the Mounties lead here. Oh, and it's T-Vos? That's my bad. I apologize. I've called him 3 different names now. T-Vos, if you're watching this back, you gotta play on my stream more. I'll get it right next time. The T-Vos has been demoed. FIU. They say his name as they are trying to tie us up in regulation. That was almost a crazy third goal. It still might yet be. T-Vos was last back, but FIU couldn't keep the ball up, and Mount Aloysius will make this a series. Again, being outshot by FIU, but finding a way to keep it close. Oh, I should have readied up so soon. I wanted to see those stats a little bit, but it's all right. 6 shots to 8. That's the one I got. FIU still the more productive of the 2 teams in offense, which makes sense. But the Mounties, 3 goals in a row. They strung together to make that a come from behind game 1 on the board for them. T-Vos out to Rupus. Just put a missile straight on net. Good block by Kaizen. Rewarded that defensive effort. Now a play off the back wall of Mount Aloysius. It's a 50, but Zekers on top of it. Now be given a good opportunity to score and take full advantage. Who was that up front blocking for him? Rupus out of that 50. That sent the ball careening off the side wall. Stays in the play. Doesn't rotate back after getting an opportunity to. I mean, he could have easily taken that right side midfield boost and just sat behind T-Vos. But he stayed involved, got a goal for the Mounties, and FIU will answer immediately after they lost the opening goal of Game 4. That is just a beautiful challenge taken by Kaizen. No grab was ready for it. We'll get ourselves all level. Rupus gets no grab onto the dunk, but no grab succeeded. The ball away from his back wall to a teammate's hands, but T-Vos broke up. It would have been a nice passing play. Still no grab, staying involved here. Taking a couple of challenges. 50-50 Rocket League at the moment. Has full control. Could change that. Kaizen backs off, but is still challenged by a Mountie. Gets the ball mid. No grab with aerospace superiority. Sets up Kaizen. That duo has been working hard tonight. That little doink to no grab. And then Kaizen sticks around even after setting the play up. That's beautiful. Beautiful team play out of Florida International. And it even elicited a nice pass in the chat as well. T-Vos though, double tap will set up somebody, anybody from Mount Aloysius, but nobody was there. And Kaizen off the back wall makes a great save. No grab, in and out, makes another phenomenal block. Are you kidding me? If I'm the Mounties right now, I'm feeling pretty hard done by Rocket League at the moment, though. You don't have time to keep feeling that way. Get back on your work course. Find an equalizer after FIU strung together some defensive brilliance. Zekers. It's a double, but the corner, that might work out. FIU. The ball kept away from them for a while right there. Got sucked all into the corner, though. T-Vos did have to back all the way off to fuel up on boost. Does well to at least give Mount Aloysius a chance to keep possession. Those Zekers off the side wall won't find an extra touch. That means an opportunity now for the Panthers to add to their 1-goal lead. Grab has room thanks to a demo from Kaizen. They look for Zernite now. Zekers again on the back wall. A very good job in that position. Every game in his best of 7 so far. Oh, he's got no boost here. Needs T-Boss. As well. Good clear into space. Zernite pops this up, though, for his teammate. T-Boss gets in that passing lane. Some Zekers for a solo play opportunity. Couldn't flick it, though. Kaizen was first on the scene. Aloysius getting closer and closer. Finding that second goal and tying us up again. A little drive-by for Zekers there. Gives T-Boss an opportunity to display his mechanical brilliance. That was a nice musty to set up Zekers and Rupus. Again, FIU finding every single block that they need to keep themselves in front. Almost push themselves further out in front. Good pass. Mount Aloysius is at home on the goal line at the moment. That's a miss. Rupus out to the side, sets up Zekers for a double. Zekers finds the back of the FIU net. And you bet we're tied at 2 apiece again. Never say never for Mount Aloysius. They keep on knocking at that orange doorstep. Even now, they've tied us up. That's not enough. FIU still have to work on their goal line. Work they will. No Grab and Kaizen working in tandem. Get the ball at the very least to the midfield line. Rupus dunked there, but T-Boss still allowed a shot and a go-ahead goal with 61 seconds left in Game 4. Zekers was telling me earlier in the week when I was setting up this show match that this is not the starting roster for Mount Aloysius in the fall. But what it is a representation of their depth. They're competing against a very good FIU team, and they have nearly leveled the series up, but they are not out of the woods just yet. No Grav. Flip reset play. Almost got the ball on target. That one was, I believe, a little bit high, but attempt for a shot for Kaizen nonetheless. Set up No Grav for a rebound opportunity. Zekers contested in his own corner. Plays patiently. Gets the ball away. T-Boss. Dunked by No Grav. Is that net open? It is. A demo set it up, but Rupus stopped the play for now. Zekers gets back as well. And No Grav will try again. Flip reset. Merchant gets the ball to Zernite. 50's the ball mid for Kaizen. Can't recover out of that little clip that he suffered at the beginning of that play. And Mount Aloysius clear. It'll have to happen now. More than likely on 0 seconds if FIU is going to tie us up, send us to an OT, and they've got agency. Zernite, corner read, does he have it? He's got it mid, but T-Boss finds a save and gets Mount Aloysius over the goal line, over the finish line. And we're tied up 2-2. Are you not entertained? What a way to start off Tuesday Night Lights. I'll admit I was a little concerned when Mount Aloysius came in as the underdogs when they had just been swept in Summer Series quals by this same FIU team. I was worried. They dropped the first 2 games. I was still worried. But man, have they shown some resolve. They've strung together 2 in a row now. And FIU fans, you better start getting a bit louder in Twitch chat because they're going to need your support. Got to recover in Game 5. You don't want to drop 3 games in a row. Never a good feeling. I don't care who you are. The Mounties are starting off with speed in offense. And a center ball to Zekers. He's creative about getting the ball around defenders, but couldn't do it that time around. On the counterattack that Rupus had to dive back to get in the way of. It's still going. His transition to offense successful. Gives Zernite a shot, but Zekers at home on the goal line finds a save and a goal. What? Kaizen was 2 drops a boost short of making this read. Oh, and he had time to play that slow as well. Popped up and didn't keep track of the amount of boost he had. Just very slightly miscalculated. And the Mounties will lead. T-Boss mid. Just couldn't bite on it, didn't have the boost. T-Boss has now, stealing that in the corner. FIU find themselves a clear. Get no grab the ball and, well, lose Zernite for a moment. We put in purgatory for a second. FIU will maintain possession here. It's a good opportunity for them to get some momentum back on their side. Kaizen flip reset, ball to the back wall, and Rufus couldn't keep a hold of his car, giving Zernite an easy cleanup. And FIU will bite back. Still 4 minutes left to play in Game 5. T-Boss on the balls, contested by no grab. FIU's trying to make Mount Aloysius give them the ball for free out of their corner. That might be it. No grab. Realized that shot wasn't on target, and Rufus would likely be able to control it. So, the situation into his own hands, but Mount Aloysius, good in counterattack mode. Zekers just set up Rufus for a fairly easy cleanup. And the Mounties are back out in front. Just looks panicked at times for FIU. When they have to get back against a couple of Mounties moving forward kind of down Main Street. I mean, no grab. Played that ball a little awkwardly. And forced to do so somewhat by Zekers looking for a bump, but think back to the Kaizen miss. Gave up the first goal in this game. FIU just looked unsettled. More composure there. It's a nice shot from Zernite, but couldn't get the read on that one. Kaizen will try and salvage it, but Zekers has now 100 boost and a teammate downfield. Rufus, one touch. Rufus a second. Denied by the crossbar. T-Boss in cleanup duty. Be unsuccessful in finding a third goal for the Mounties. FIU get the ball up in the air. Deep into Mount Aloysius territory. What was an FIU advantage, I think, heftily in the first couple of games has turned into a much more equal fight, I think, in the aerospace. But FIU still find a way to get it done. They are still brilliant at times up in the air. That ball was kept above the Mount Aloysius crossbar for a while. And Florida International kind of flipped the goal line on the Mounties. Went from near side to far side, right back to that other post. Spread the defense thin. T-Boss will look to get it back, going back wall here. As a teammate in the area, Zach jumped early for that. So Rufus has to buy some time for his teammates. Does fairly well. T-Boss won't commit, no grab. Too speedy. You could feel like he could dive in for that ball. Oh, that's double miss. FIU. They had an opportunity right there that I don't think they were betting on. With two Mounties diving for a ball and both missing it. Zekers, denied by the third man. Zernite just clear the zone. 100 seconds left. Tied up at 2. FIU's looking to jump out in front. Nice testing shot. A little bit high. That's a much better one. It's easier. Zernite out in front of the Mounties net. Set up by Kaizen. And Zekers got bumped right there, just a little bit. I couldn't tell on the replay if there was a car underneath him, but it seemed like he lost just a little bit of momentum. Meaning he couldn't control that ball on the back wall and instead had to hit it mid. Zernite was ready for that. I don't know. Interesting right there. If there are any nerds that are curious, I think all these replays will be on my ball chasing a little bit later. The Mounties now down a goal with 75 seconds left. And counting down quickly. FIU. See how they protect this late lead. They've not been in this position in a minute. The Mounties have been the team either tying things up, taking leads in the final 60 seconds. This is a good opportunity, but no grab is there on the near side. Can't keep control though, set up a counterattack. Zernite. push back on the Mounties offensive. Zekers up in the air, testing no grab. He's been good in this kind of position in this series. That time with no grabs turned to emerge victorious. That is awkward. T-Boss might have taken the ball away from Zekers. Who eventually did get an opportunity on it. Missed out on it himself. Oops, will try and salvage things. FIU though, will flip the field. That was a big opportunity for Mount Aloysius. Now they have to play in defense. See if they can earn another opportunity in regulation here in Game 5. Off the sidewall, no grab. Playing time waster here. Centering it. Good FIU opportunity, but it now gives Mount Aloysius a chance here. T-Boss, though, no boost still. Gets that ball mid. Lucas will move up, setting up Zekers for a shot. No way, right? No way! No grab! Saving things on the goal line and securing match point for FIU. It got hairy there at the end, but the Panthers have a game win to go. Mount Aloysius did not make it an easy affair. I mean, still, FIU, every single game, except for Game 4, they have outshot the Mounties. But weren't making the saves that they previously had. Zekers seems to be a kryptonite for FIU in counterattack mode. When he's on the ball, streaking down the field, it's gotten scary for the Panthers. But FIU is the team on match point here. Trying to ride the wave of a fast start to this set to a victory on Tuesday Night Lights. No grab now with 30 boosts. Looking mid, but Zernite was sent halfway into next week. He's already previewing next week's Tuesday Night Lights. But the Mounties are still here, still making their presence known as Rupus puts in the opening goal of Game 6. Look at that flash from Zekers. The Mounties put everything in that counterattack. They trusted their workhorse of a team captain. And Zekers set him up for success. 1-1. Sorry, 1-0. FIU will try and make it 1-1. Can T-Boss get back to this? Yes. Wasn't a confident yes, but he did make it back for the block. Oral audio's bad. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Shout out to everybody that warned me when the audio was bad. You guys rock. FIU is tied up. And it was the FIU fans, I believe, that told me that. That's your reward right there. I tell you, it's the buff. You get your Prime sub buff, or your team will score if you use your subscription, and you get your MrBepic overcome OBS's limitations buff. I'll need a shorter name for that one, I think, but the title works for now. FIU looking to add to the tied game state. Off the back wall, Zernite can't make contact. No grab, was hoping he found any kind of touchdown between blue cars. Now okay, now my audio's cooked. Fair enough. Mount Aloysius is scoring. I'll mute for a second. But that's a little bit better. I didn't even get to see the goal. I'm just gonna assume it was a nice one. And it makes, I mean, in transition, Mount Aloysius are continuing to find gaps in the FIU rotation. Now Zekers has some space. This guy's gonna be the first challenger here. He's bumped off the play. Mid ball, giving Rupus a chance to pass back to Zekers. No, pass to himself! Zekers bumped the last man! And Mount Aloysius now have a darn good chance to send us to Game 7. What an opening series tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And this is just the first of 4. We got George Mason and East Tennessee coming up next. That'll be a banger, but this one still is. FIU getting back on the board, cutting that Mounties lead in half. And that's just clean. That corner has been FIU's friend a lot tonight. They again beat Mount Aloysius on that near side and trust each other to put the ball at their feet. That's a good beat, though. Zekers got through one. Musty to the back wall. No way! Zekers! He might have just peaked. There's 3.5 minutes left, but if that isn't an I'm going to Game 7 type of goal, I don't know what is. Someone clip that, please. FIU is going to try and negate it, but that's going to be a tough goal to negate. So the Panthers are a team that can. They will attack as a unit. No grab up ahead trying to bump Rupus, who recovers out of it. Tries to get the ball free, but Zernite has set up. No grab, who missed? Oh, he placed it short of being on target. Kaiser's going to try and salvage the play. Flip reset past one, but not past Zekers. He'll beat No Grab on the side wall, leaving Zernite in an awkward spot. He can't double. Zekers, a much easier shot that time around, but this time FIU was back in defense. The Mounties have reclaimed possession and will look to waste more clock. Like, I feel like, genuinely, if you're Rupus and T-Boss right now, sorry, Habit, you're winning this game just to give Zekers Game 7. Here he is again. T-Vos got the assist with a beat just outside the orange box. And how does Zekers read that? He is having himself a game. I don't know. If you're an FIU fan, if I was an FIU fan, I couldn't help but just root for Mount Aloysius to, at the bare minimum, force Game 7 right here. Because they are playing like their lives freaking depend on it. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. 5-2. A 3-goal lead in the final 2 minutes is very nice. Rupus will try and make it 4, but just missed. FIU giving a bit more life. Until they weren't. Nice pass, Zekers. Rupus, I'm sure, thanking his teammate for this one. He just laid that perfectly. I mean, a little bit heavier of a hit. Takes longer for Rupus to get to that. His shot maybe gets blocked. If it's a little bit too far back, it's a difficult ball to put on frame. Too far forward, the defender gets it. Perfect. That is perfect. Zekers wants this. 90 seconds to go here. That's another brilliant touch from Zekers. Double mid. Just don't know how he's getting these touches. It almost results in a goal. FIU will get back. Zernite looked to solo this ball down the field. Has no grab up ahead. And Zekers denying him. That was Kaizen up ahead, my mistake. Thought I saw the cute little orange fennec up the field, but not quite. That's a pretty reset. I swear, No Grab gets resets like that in his sleep. Ooh, FIU's gonna get one back here. Making it a 3-goal game, which you typically don't see turn into game wins. You're down by 3 in the final 60 seconds of a game, but hey, it's possible. This some kickoff shenanigans with T-Vos. It's thrown right back in their faces. T-Vos, though, nice recovery. Word. It really did just take Mount Aloysius a couple of games to get warmed up. Because I mean, I feel much better now that they look good. Because they look bad in the first 2 games. Like it was tough. Them getting things started. A lot of whiffs. A lot of poor offense. Man, have they turned it around. You don't see that very often in teams. An ability to turn things around. Because it's not like FIU started just playing awful Rocket League. Yes, they've missed some opportunities this game. But they've been playing well still. They've been making Mount Aloysius work for it. And work for it the Mounties have. 6-4. Probably the final. Even if it's 6-5. We're still going to Game 7. Can I get some 7 spammed in chat right now? For a good game 7? Maybe in overtime? I don't know. We need the Rocket League gods on our side for that. We've had 3 one-goal games in this 7-game series. And I would love to see it made a 4th. But 13 shots to 11. The Mounties almost shooting 50% that game over FIU. Crazy. Crazy stuff. We'll see if they can do it again. Have to convert in Game 7. Win or go home. They're probably already home. Oh! Wake up! No grav. Making sure we're all alive. Yeah, no grab. We're good. What a doink. That is a doink by the definition. You look up doink in the dictionary, and that's what you get. The double jump, no flip, straight on net doink. Beautiful start for FIU. Now Kaizen and no grab will look to keep this beautiful start going. Zernite hustling in, taking a shot, following it himself. Sets up no grab for another. But Tivos get up, find a save. Set up Rufus for a clear. Nice pass away. Zernite no grab. Combining for a stretch pass clear. Give them some more possession. With no grab in the corner. This is a dangerous spot for Mount Aloysius. They gotta be careful. Rufus, I don't know how he does it. He'll get tagged up by an FIU player and still, somehow, do what he's trying to do on the ball effectively. Block, no grab, making it happen in defense now. But Rufus still cutting that ball back mid. Zernite was prepared for that. 60 seconds have come and gone here. FIU looking to make the second minute of Game 7 just as good as the first. They'll put themselves up a pair. It's Kaizen and no grab, because of course it is. I'm just now seeing the Champions Field requests. Sorry, I keep it on the same map on Tuesday Night Lights. But hey, come on, Utopia Coliseum Dusk. That's another electric Coliseum. This is probably like number 3 on my list. Okay, maybe number 4 on my list for maps that just convey urgency. Manfield Night, Champions Field, obvious one. I think Neo Tokyo as well. But Utopia Coliseum Dusk, one of my favorites. Lots of big demo. Zernite can double this for a 3-0 lead. And the captain of FIU has had enough of this Mount Aloysius funny business. He wants this done early on in game number 7. FIU stepped up big time here. Mount Aloysius have completed 2-goal comeback so far in this series, but a 3-goal comeback has yet to happen for either side. A 4-goal comeback rarely happens just in competitive Rocket League in general. The Mounties need to step up soon. We've seen them solidify their gameplay in between games, but what has to happen in the middle of game 7. That was nearly the 4th for FIU. It still could be. Kaizen out to the side, will look to follow his own ball, but can't find it. Zernite is awkward now. Rufus an open net, but Zernite cut that play down before it got too dangerous. Half a game of Rocket League left. The Mounties still are searching for something. Now Zekers has to be brilliant on the goal line. He is. Rufus has an open net. Can he catch up to it? Yes, he can. Zekers set him up. And Rufus, who was somehow just down the field, will finish that play off with a Mount Aloysius score. 1 down, 2 to go. Zekers He'll get that midfield boost. Take control. As Rupus moving up with him. They'll leave T-Bos in an awkward spot now. Kaizen. Take control of the ball. Banged it general direction. That kind of bailed the Mounties out. And now FIU's all kinds of awkward. Good heads-up bump by Zernite, but still tough defense needs to be played. Zernite misses that, and Rupus bet on it. The gamble pays off. Rupus sticks with his self-pass and nails the double tap to strike yet another blow to the jaws of FIU. "100 seconds left in Game 7. Rupus on frame. I think T-Bos was hounding Zernite right there. Has to be careful now. He's in a situation where No Grab had offensive agency and set up a shot. Rupus found the block, and now this is a good opportunity for T-Bos. He goes high with it. Kaizen had to come with a big touch there on the back wall, but he does. T-Bos now cutting the ball around, but Kaizen again finding an important touch on the ball to keep the Mounties at bay. Is that on? It is, but T-Bos was there. The rebound from Kaizen isn't a double. Goes high. The rebound. No Grab went high with it. Zernite bet on the defense, letting that ball slip through. So now it's Zekers up ahead in counterattack mode, though. No Grab stops the ball for Zernite. T-Bos careful now. That's a redirection on frame, but Rupus is there on the goal line to stop FIU. But time is dwindling for Mount Aloysius. Just missed, though. Zekers downfield to Rupus. T-Bos have to turn around quickly. That ball will hang in the air. Kaizen's up for it quick. FIU lay another shot on target. They are putting up offensive numbers in Game 7, but still are only in the lead by 1. And we've seen how clutch Mount Aloysius can be. Zekers, can he beat Zernite? Not quite, but Rupus, can he beat Kaizen? Yes, he finds Zekers, who drops the ball down for T-Bos. Zekers back up, 2 went. In comes Rupus for a shot. He'll go high with it. It's too high. And FIU clear the zone. Zekers has been beaten. This is a good chance to end it for FIU. Rupus will try and keep it up, but FIU spike the ball. And they take the opening series of Tuesday Night Lights in Game 7 in as close a 7-game series you will see without us going to overtime. What an unbelievable way to kick off the night. Guys, that was phenomenal Rocket League. This is why I host Showmatches right here. That kind of series. Because you don't get that very often. Even if I was casting on someone else's stream, some other organization, you don't get that kind of set very often. But FIU and Mount Aloysius just provided us a gem of a Rocket League series. And we still got more Rocket League coming up. I mean, let me just, I'll straight up just change the caster booth in real time. We're going to George Mason versus East Tennessee next. I might not even, well, I probably should go to at least a quick break because I can't talk and set things up at the same time very easily. Why not no Champions Field for Game 7? Because Champions Field is reserved for my prime time series, which will be Bruton Parker versus Shawnee State tonight. But honestly, any series tonight I think is worthy of Champions Field. That one definitely was. I didn't think it would be going in. I thought FIU in 5 or 6, but no. Mount Aloysius, unbelievable display. Albedo, oh man, you missed one of the greatest Tuesday Night Lights series of all time. And you can say, oh, well, there've only been 5 Tuesday Night Lights series of all time. That's true. But I also mean Monday Night Lights and Friday Night Lights as well. That really was one of the best of 7 show matches I have ever hosted on my stream. T-Bos, thanks for the follow. Great stuff. Unbelievable resilience. That was a heart also. I was blocked by myself, but it's a heart. Ugly heart, but you get the gist. The VOD will be uploaded, yes. If you want all the VODs for Tuesday Night Lights, follow me, or subscribe to me, I suppose is the word, on YouTube. It's MrBepic up on YouTube. Every single Friday, Monday, or Tuesday Night Lights match I have ever hosted is on my YouTube. And I think most of them are highlighted on Twitch as well. So there's no shortage of Night Lights entertainment if you are that committed a fan. I got a long catalog of phenomenal Rocket League matches. But Tivos, you're cracked. That was the first time I gotten to watch you. You are phenomenal. I appreciate you making your Tuesday Night Lights debut tonight. You guys were a joy to watch. And yep, the VODs are up on Twitch for 14 days after initial streaming. So, okay. I'm going to go to a break real fast. It should be literally probably like 3 or 4 minutes because it's 7 Central right now. I hope the ETSU and George Mason guys... Okay, they're already joining the lobby. I didn't even put the lobby info out. ETSU knows how things are done on my stream. But I gotta like refill my water bottle, update the stream title, the overlay, all that kind of stuff. So, stick around. More, you thought that was a fun series. Just get ready for what we have coming up. ETSU and George Mason should be a banger as well. Stick around just a little bit longer. I'll see you in a bit.